The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, says there is need to create a national housing fund that developers can access at a very reasonable rate. He stated this while inspecting Federal Housing Authority scheme in various parts of Abuja. Habida Lawal reports.
The implementation of public-private partnership on housing provisions in Nigeria is meant to increase urban housing and address housing affordability and accessibility problems. Over time, it has been identified that government interventions, easier access to mortgage institutions, and provisions of land at no cost are measures that must be put in place to achieve affordable housing in Nigeria. One cannot compare a private sector-driven housing scheme to that of government in terms of affordability, as the private sector housing scheme is more profit-driven. Minister of Works and Housing carried out an inspection of both the private and government housing schemes to see possible areas of collaboration to deliver affordable housing. His findings were encouraging.
How they are providing flexible payments, 12 months, and if monetary and fiscal policy comes in, the terms of payment can become even longer. And so then you can afford it. You see, so it's not how much it costs only, but it's really how you are allowed to pay for it. And if, you are still young, so if over your working career you can pay for your house over 10 or more years, it becomes affordable.
Housing financing constitutes one of the major pillars of housing delivery and maintenance system needed. Without a well-organized and efficient housing finance mechanism, the goal of a housing development and maintenance policy will be largely unattainable. Amenities like electricity, road and access to water are basic infrastructural needs to provide.
24 occupants are here now, and it is because they decided to bring their own other facilities like generator and the rest. If you look to your right, you will see that the injection substation has not been completed. And this is one of the prerequisites that will make this estate very, very habitable, because we don't want any fire disaster, as well as we don't want any of our occupants to suffer neglect in terms of energy.
In order to attain the desired outcome for public-private partnership, housing must be seen as an important economic sector with crucial linkages to the overall economy of a nation. It is typically the largest single form of fixed capital investment in most economies.
From what we have seen so far, there's a stark contrast between the private and government-driven housing scheme. It will require good governance, availability of financial market, sound economic policies, and a commitment of public and private sectors that are the key parameters of public-private partnership for affordable housing in Nigeria. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.